Those software agent super duper fans might recall a few months back that me and Sam did a video mocking how Nintendo had been handling the Wii U up until that point. I'd like to cast aside any assumptions that me and Sam are haters or anything. We were critical of how Nintendo handled the launch of the console, but since that discussion, we have obtained a Wii U. And I gotta say, we're pretty happy with the console overall. The Wii U has two major components, the console and the gamepad. The gamepad is actually part of the console itself. It's forever bound to it. Aside from that, it combines the characteristics of a video game controller, a handheld console, and a tablet, all in one. Now, it's not a true handheld console because you can only be so far away from the Wii U while using it. But this allows for off-TV play for select titles and most digital releases. This means that if little Philip wants to watch his little baseball game, while little Johnny wants to play little Mega Man X at the same time, he can do so. The gamepad is bulky, but surprisingly lightweight. You got the classic face button diamond, two shoulder triggers, and the L and R buttons, which are kind of cumbersome to touch. Not the biggest fan of those. The way they're shaped actually reminds me a lot of the first generation Game Boy Advance. The analog sticks are very good. The D-pad is alright. Sometimes I have a little bit of trouble doing diagonals, but it's not DS-like bad. A game I notice where I have a little bit of trouble doing diagonals is Earthbound. There's also a headphone jack, but I find the sound output to be a little bit low. In terms of backwards compatibility, the Wii U has later generation Wii components as part of its hardware, and an emulator, which allows you to play most Wii games. I really enjoy the new sensor bar that the Wii U comes with. I've never actually used it for Wii U games, but I do use it for navigating menus or playing Wii classics. And I gotta say, overall I find it to be much more sturdy than the regular Wii sensor bar. The Wii U is compatible with many of the Wii controllers, although from my experience it doesn't seem to work with the Wii Classic controller. The Miiverse feature allows you to interact with people online while you play games. You can share progress, discuss games, and even come into contact with people who have similar game interests. It's pretty cool. Virtual Console is much improved over the regular Wii. As opposed to a suspend point, you have a true save state as you would have on a emulator like ZSNES. And, for the first time ever on an official Nintendo emulator, we finally have fully customizable controls for every individual game. I like that a lot. With games that support off-TV play, all you need is the Wii U hooked up into a power source, and you can just go play it within a reasonable distance from the Wii U. I've done so myself with classic games like Contra 3, Mega Man X, and even full-fledged Wii U games like Mario 3D World. Now for what really matters when it comes to game consoles, the game library. At the moment, it's a little bit sparse, but I don't think it was anywhere near as dire as it was at launch. So far, my favorite game is Mario 3D World, and I would love to talk about it, but because content claim bullshit is stupid, I actually can't review it. But trust me, it's really good, and you should try it out, even if you aren't too interested in Mario. And if you are interested in Mario, it's very good. I also am enjoying New Super Mario Bros. U and the expansion New Super Luigi U, which I find to be a major improvement over the other New Super Mario Bros. Games. Sonic Lost World and Wonderful 101 are okay, but their control schemes are a little bit cumbersome and they take a little bit of time to get into, but they're pretty solid games. The Wii U versions of Batman Arkham City and Tekken Tag Tournament 2 actually have the DLC from the PS3 and 360 versions burned onto the disc, so these are actually the totally complete versions of the game if you're seeking to actually own complete versions of the game and not pay for digital content that you'll never actually own. So that's my quick look at the Wii U. Overall, it has exceeded my expectations, and I think after a tough first year, I think things are starting to look a little bit more promising for it. With Smash Bros. And Bayonetta on the horizon, I think that greatness is in store for the Wii U. So in spite of some bad press, I think that the Wii U has the potential to be one of Nintendo's best consoles. So don't count it out just yet, just because it had a bit of a rocky first year.